In the last 3 episodes, we follow Luna and Alan on a dangerous journey against the powerful Mendes family. We saw how they met, how they ran away from the henchmen, and how they finally managed to arrest Ricardo and Clara with irrefutable proof of their crimes. But the victory had a bitter taste. A threatening call revealed that the Mendes family is bigger than they imagined, and that new enemies have emerged from the shadows. In this 4th episode, Luna and Alan will need to face an even more dangerous adversary, Sebastián Mendes, the patriarch of the family, who built his empire through decades of manipulation and violence. And as the threat grows, the relationship between our protagonists will be tested like never before. Will their love withstand the coming storm, or will the forces trying to tear them apart finally win? The Patriarch. Sebastián Mendes was 68 years old, but age had not diminished his imposing presence. Tall, with perfectly combed gray hair and icy blue eyes, he had ruled the family with an iron fist for 4 decades. Richard was his eldest son, his chosen heir. And now Ricardo was in prison. Sebastián sat in the library of his estate in Sitges, half an hour from Barcelona, surrounded by valuable paintings and shelves of rare books. His expression was impassive as he listened to the report of his lead lawyer. "Ricardo and Clara are being held without bail," the lawyer said nervously. "The accusations are serious: money laundering, fraud, criminal association. And there are more investigations underway." "And the evidence?" asked Sebastián, his voice low but full of authority. "Solid. Digital files, bank transfers, emails, all authenticated by experts. Someone hacked into our servers and extracted years of information." Sebastián closed his eyes for a moment. "Luna Ferreira." "Yes, sir. She and a man named Alan Vidal. They were responsible." "And where are they now?" "In Barcelona, living discreetly, but not hidden. They think they have won." A cold smile crossed Sebastián's face. "So they don't know me. My son may have been careless, but I'm not. Bring me all about these two. Family, friends, vulnerabilities, everything."
New life, old fears.
Alan woke up to the sound of dishes banging in the kitchen. He got up from the bed he now shared with Luna in a rented apartment in the Poblenou neighborhood. It was small, but bright and welcoming. A new beginning. In the kitchen, Luna prepared coffee, wearing one of his shirts. She looked lighter than Alan had seen her in weeks, but he noticed the tension in her shoulders. "Thinking about the call?" he asked, hugging her from behind. Luna nodded, leaning against him. "I can't stop. Who were they? How many are there? What do you plan to do?" "We'll find out," Alan said, kissing his neck, "and we will be prepared. Teresa said that the authorities are investigating the entire Mendes network now. They can't touch us without being exposed as well." "Sebastián can," Luna said, turning to face him. "Ricardo's father. He is different. Ricardo was arrogant, predictable, but Sebastián, he built this empire from scratch. He is calculating, patient, and relentless." Alan saw the real fear in her eyes. "Do you know him?" "I did, once years ago at an exhibition. He evaluated me as if I were one of the works of art, cold, analytical. It gave me goosebumps." "So we need to outsmart him," Alan said, taking her hands. "We will not hide, but we will be careful, and we will continue to expose their crimes. The more light we shed on the Mendes family, the less room they have to act in the shadows." Luna smiled faintly. "When did you get so brave?" "I met you," he replied, sincerely. The researcher. That same day, a woman named Isabel Romero arrived in Barcelona. She was a private investigator, specializing in cases involving powerful families and white-collar crime, and Sebastian Mendes had hired her with a specific objective: to destroy Luna and Alan. Isabel was 42 years old, an ordinary appearance that helped her to go unnoticed, and a sharp mind. She didn't ask questions about morality. The work was the work, and Sebastian paid very well. His first stop was the office of Spectrum Cultural. She observed from afar, photographing, writing down schedules. He saw Luna arrive in the morning, Alan an hour later. He saw how they worked through the windows. He noticed the intimacy between them. "Interesting," Isabel muttered to herself. "They are in love. This is a vulnerability." She spent the next few days putting together a complete dossier. He traced contacts, mapped routines, investigated pasts. Alan Vidal, architect, stable life until he met Luna, deceased parents, no siblings. Luna Ferreira, artist, tumultuous past, cut off from the family after the breakup with Ricardo. But it was while investigating Luna's family that Isabel found gold. A younger sister, Ingrid, who lived in Madrid. They hadn't spoken for years, since Luna had become involved with Ricardo, but the bond still existed. Isabel smiled. Vulnerabilities were so predictable. The first heist. A week later, Luna received a call from a number in Madrid. She answered, confused. "Luna." The voice was hesitant, feminine, familiar. "Ingrid?" Luna felt her heart race. "Ingrid, is that you?" "Yes," the younger sister sighed. "I know we haven't spoken in a long time, but Luna, I'm in trouble. Serious problems." "What kind of trouble?" "Debts. Many debts. I made bad choices, Luna, and now dangerous people are looking for me. I didn't know who else to call." Luna felt a tightness in her chest. She and Ingrid had drifted apart out of pride on both sides, but it was still her sister. "How much do you owe?" 20,000 euros, Ingrid sobbed. "I can't afford it. And they said that if I don't pay by the end of the month, they're going to hurt my son, Luna, my Ruan." Luna froze. "Do you have a child?" "I do. He is 3 years old, and I can't let anything happen to him." Luna looked at Alan, who immediately realized that something was wrong. "Ingrid, give me a few days. I'll work it out, I promise." When she hung up, tears ran down her face. Alan hugged her. "What happened?" Luna told everything, her voice breaking. "I didn't even know she had a child. We have moved so far apart, and now she needs me." "Let's help her," Alan said, without hesitation. "We have savings. We can send the money." "It's 20,000 euros, Alan. That's almost all we have." "Then that's what we're going to do," he said firmly. "She's your family." Luna kissed him, grateful and moved. "How was I so lucky to meet you?" The trap is date.
But Ingrid's call was not accidental. It had been orchestrated. Isabel had met Ingrid in Madrid, investigated her life, discovered her real gambling debts. And then he made a proposal. Make a call to Luna, follow a specific script, and receive 50,000 euros. Enough money to pay off your debts and start over. Ingrid, desperate and frightened, had accepted without asking many questions. She didn't know who was behind it. She didn't know that she was being used against her own sister. Sebastian, upon receiving Isabel's report, smiled with satisfaction. Perfect. Now they will move. They will be vulnerable. And when they do, we will attack. Isabel nodded. Do you want me to keep monitoring? Yes, and prepare the second phase. We need to not only drive them away, but destroy them completely. Reputation, finances, trust. Everything.
Journey to Madrid. 3 days later, Luna and Alan took a train to Madrid, taking the money they managed to save. Luna was nervous, anxious to see her sister after so long. "What if she hates me?" asked Luna as the landscape passed by the window. "She called you," Alan recalled. "That means it still cares." They arrived in Madrid in the late afternoon and went straight to the address Ingrid had given. It was a small apartment in a working-class neighborhood. When Ingrid opened the door, Luna barely recognized her. Her younger sister, once vibrant and full of life, seemed exhausted. Deep, dark circles, disheveled hair, simple clothes. But when he saw Luna, his eyes filled with tears. "Luna," she whispered. "Ingrid!" Luna hugged her tightly. "I missed you so much." They cried together at the entrance, years of heartache and distance melting away in seconds. Alan watched, moved, giving them space. Inside the apartment, a small boy was playing with cars on the floor. Ruan, with dark hair and big eyes, looked curiously at the visitors. "This is your Uncle Alan," Ingrid said, taking her son in her arms. "And this is your Aunt Luna." Luna felt her heart tighten. Aunt. She had a nephew and didn't even know it.
Partial truths. They spent the night talking, filling in the voids of lost years. Ingrid told about Ruan's father, a man who had abandoned her when he discovered the pregnancy, about the financial difficulties, the low-paid jobs, and finally, the gambling debts he had accumulated trying to make a quick buck. "I blew it," Ingrid said, her voice full of shame. "And now I've put my son in danger because of my stupidity." "You're not stupid," Luna said firmly. "You were desperate, and I should have been here for you. I should have looked for you." "I should have looked for you too," Ingrid admitted. "But I was angry. You had chosen that rich man, that glamorous life, and you left me behind." Luna felt guilt piercing her chest. "Ricardo destroyed my life, Ingrid. I lost everything. But you're right. I abandoned you first. I'm sorry." The sisters embraced again, reconciliation and forgiveness filling the space between them. Alan handed over the envelope with the money, 20,000 euros, to pay their debts. Ingrid looked at the envelope, then at them, incredulous. "I can't accept this. It's a lot." "Your family," Alan said simply, "and family helps each other." Ingrid cried, accepting the money with trembling hands. "Thank you. Thanks. I'll pay it back. I promise." "You don't have to," Luna said. "Just promise that we will keep in touch going forward. No more distance." "I promise," Ingrid swore.
The shocking revelation. But the next morning, when Lona and Alan were about to return to Barcelona, Ingrid received a call. She answered, and her face turned pale. "What?" she said on the call, her voice trembling. "But I did what you asked." Luna froze. "Ingrid? Who is it?" Ingrid hung up, the phone falling out of her hands. "Luna, I did something terrible." "What did you do?" Luna felt the fear grow. Ingrid broke down in tears. "They came to me 2 weeks ago. A woman. She said that if I called you, followed a script, she would pay my debts. I was so desperate. I didn't know I was hurting you. I swear I didn't know. Luna felt the ground disappear beneath her feet. Were you paid to call me? Yes, Ingrid sobbed, but now she called saying that the agreement has changed, that I need to do one more thing or they'll tell you and hurt you in any way. Alan felt anger growing. What else? Ingrid looked at them, her face devastated. They want me to tell you that you abandoned your family out of greed, that you have always been selfish, cruel. They want me to give an interview to the press, tarnishing their reputation. Luna was in shock, then a bitter laugh escaped. Sebastian, it's Sebastian Mendes. He's behind it. Who? Asked Ingrid, confused. Ricardo's father, explained Alan. He's trying to destroy us, and he used you to do that. Ingrid covered her face with her hands. I'm sorry, so much. I thought it was just a call. I didn't imagine that. Luna took a deep breath, trying to control her anger and pain. Her sister had betrayed her, even if unintentionally. But Ingrid was also a victim here, manipulated by unscrupulous people. Don't do the interview, Luna said finally. It doesn't matter what they threaten. We'll deal with it. But they said, it doesn't matter what they said, Alan interrupted. They are criminals, Ingrid, and you have proof now. The connection, the proposal, that can help Luna.
Counterattacks. Back in Barcelona, Luna was furious. She called Teresa Campos immediately, telling her about Ingrid's manipulation. This is typical of Sebastian Mendes, said Teresa, her voice gravel. He attacks from the flanks, from emotional vulnerabilities. It is more efficient than direct violence. What can we do? Asked Luna. Document everything. Record the next call Ingrid receives. Collect evidence that she was coerced. This can be used to strengthen the case against the Mendes family. Luna nodded. And in the meantime, you need to be smart. Sebastian will line up. That was just the first move. She was right. 2 days later, Alan received a call from a former client canceling a project that could earn 50,000 euros. I received worrying information about his professional integrity, said the customer, embarrassed. I can't risk my reputation. Another customer called the next day, and another. Within a week, Alan had lost almost all of his contracts. Luna was also hit. Galleries that had shown interest in his work suddenly stopped responding. Invitations to exhibitions had been withdrawn. Someone was spreading rumors, tarnishing reputations. They're isolating us, Alan said one night, looking at the stacks of bids. Destroying our sources of income, our support network. Sebastian wants us to be vulnerable, Luna said, her jaw clenched. He wants us to be desperate, to make mistakes. So we can't let that happen. We need to fight back.
The bold plan. Luna had an audacious idea. What if we go public, completely public, to give interviews, to tell our story, to expose Sebastian's methods? That might work, Alan agreed, but it would also make us even bigger targets. We are already targets, Luna argued. At least this way, anything that happens to us will be investigated. Sebastian loses the element of surprise. They reached out to Teresa, who connected them with an investigative journalist named Carla Mendoza. Carla had years of experience exposing corruption and was not afraid of powerful families. Are you sure? Asked Carla when they met in her office. To go against the Mendes in this way is to declare total war. They have already declared war on us, Luna said. We're just responding. Carla smiled. So let's do it the right way, with cameras, documentation, everything recorded. I'm going to turn your story into a series of reports that will shake Barcelona. Over the next few weeks, Luna and Alan gave detailed interviews, showing evidence, telling their stories. Carla built a powerful narrative, two young people in love against an empire of corruption. The reports were aired on one of the main news channels. The impact was immediate.
Sebastian's fury.
Sebastian watched the reports with growing fury. His normally controlled face was red with anger. "Those worms," he roared, throwing the remote control against the wall. "They dare to challenge me publicly." Elizabeth, sitting across from him, remained calm. "They are more resilient than we expected. The subtle approach is not working." "Then we stopped being subtle," Sebastian said coldly. "I want you to find every weak point of theirs, every secret, every lie, every mistake they've ever made. And then we will destroy them once and for all." "What if there aren't enough weak spots?" asked Elizabeth. Sebastian looked at her, his eyes icy blue.
Relationship tension. The constant pressure began to affect Luna and Alan. They argued more, small irritations turning into bigger fights. "You shouldn't have given that interview without consulting Teresa first," Alan shouted one night, after a yellow-bellied journalist distorted Luna's words. "I don't need permission," Luna replied, equally loud. "That's my fight, too." "And it's our lives that are at risk," Alan shouted. "You can't make unilateral decisions that affect both of you." Luna was silent, anger giving way to hurt. "Are you regretting it, to have stayed with me?" The question hit Alan like a punch. He took a deep breath, trying to calm down. "No, never. But I'm afraid, Luna. Afraid of losing you. Of us losing." Luna felt the tears coming. "I'm scared too, but I can't show weakness. If I show it, Sebastian wins." Alan pulled her into a hug. "You don't have to be strong all the time. Not with me." They stayed like this for long minutes, the apartment silent around, the weight of the world on their shoulders.
The false evidence. A week later, devastating evidence emerged. A video, apparently from security cameras, shows Luna stealing a valuable painting from a gallery 3 years ago. The video spread quickly online. Galleries removed Luna's works. Potential customers disappeared. The police have opened an investigation. "It's fake," Luna shouted at Teresa on the phone. "I never stole anything." "I know," Teresa said calmly, "but the video is well done. We will need experts to prove that it is manipulated. And in the meantime, my reputation is being destroyed." Luna felt panic growing. Alan took her hand. "We will prove that it is false, together." They hired a forensic video expert who confirmed that the recording had been digitally edited by inserting Luna's face into someone else. But the damage was already done. The public narrative had begun to turn against them. The breaking point. One night, after another negative report, Luna collapsed. "I can't take it anymore, Alan. They are always one step ahead. No matter what we do, Sebastian finds a way to reach us." "So what do you want to do?" asked Alan, exhausted. Luna looked at him, tears flowing. "I should leave. Leave Barcelona, leave Spain. Maybe even leave you. You'd be safer without me." "No," Alan said firmly. I won't let you go." "But no," he repeated, taking her face in his hands. "We go into this together. We will go out together. I don't care how long it takes, how many blows we take. I will not give up on you. From us." Luna sobbed, holding his wrists. "What if we're not strong enough?" "Then we will become strong enough," he promised. "But together, always together." An unexpected ally. The next day, they received a surprise visitor, Maria Mendes, Ricardo's younger sister. She was 28 years old, with dark hair and an air of determination that reminded her of her father. "I know they have no reason to trust me," said Maria, sitting in the office of Spectrum Cultural. "But I don't agree with what my father is doing." "Why should we believe you?" asked Luna, skeptical. "Because I saw what our family did to you," Maria said, looking directly at Luna. "Ricardo told me years ago when he was drunk about how he used you, discarded you, and I saw my father do the same with other people. I don't want to be a part of it anymore." Alan and Luna exchanged glances. "What do you want?" "Help you," Maria said, simply. "I have access to the family archives, to my father's plans. I can pass on information, but I need you to promise me something." "What?" asked Alan. "When this ends, when my father is exposed, I want immunity. I don't want to be dragged along. I never participated in the crimes, but my last name will convict me by association." Luna pondered. Maria could be a valuable ally, or an elaborate trap by Sebastian. "Let's talk to Teresa," Luna decided. "If she agrees that you can have immunity, we have a deal." Maria nodded. "Fair enough." Valuable information. Teresa, after interrogating Maria extensively, concluded that she was genuine, and the information that Maria brought was explosive. "Sebastian is planning a final coup," Maria said, showing documents. "He wants to plant drugs in your apartment, then make an anonymous complaint. With Luna's background due to the fake video, it would be easy to get a conviction." "When?" asked Alan, his blood running cold. "In the next few days. He's waiting for the right moment when you're distracted." Luna felt anger boiling. "So let's turn the game around. Teresa, can we set a trap?" Teresa smiled. "We can. And this time, we're going to get Sebastian with dirty hands." The trap. The plan was risky, but simple. Luna and Alan would leave the apartment at a specific time, leaving it seemingly empty. But hidden cameras would be recording everything, and plainclothes police would be on standby nearby. On the appointed day, everything happened as Maria had predicted. A man in a suit, clearly working for Sebastian, entered the apartment using a copy of the key. He placed packages of drugs in strategic locations, planted evidence. The cameras recorded everything, and when he tried to leave, the police arrested him in the act. Sebastian, upon receiving the news of his man's arrest, knew immediately that he had been deceived. And when the cops arrived at his mansion with an arrest warrant, he understood he had been defeated by his own daughter. Final confrontation. Sebastian did not go quietly. He demanded to see Luna before he was taken. Surprisingly, Luna agreed. They met at the mansion, under police supervision. "You're smarter than I imagined," Sebastian said, his pride wounded, but his voice still controlled. "You're more predictable than you think," Luna replied. "Men like you always underestimate the people they consider inferior." "What now? You won. It destroyed my family, imprisoned my son, turned my own daughter against me. You must be satisfied." "No," Luna said honestly. "I'm not satisfied. I'm tired. But I'm free, and that's more than you'll ever have." Sebastian looked at her for a long moment, then nodded slowly. "Touché. Fresh start."
3 months later, with Sebastian, Ricardo, and Clara all awaiting trial, Luna and Alan finally breathed a sigh of relief. Spectrum Cultural became a respected consultancy, helping artists who had been exploited by similar schemes. Luna has completely reconciled with Ingrid, who has moved to Barcelona with Ruan. The two sisters now work together, rebuilding their relationship day by day. Maria Mendes, as promised, received immunity in exchange for her testimony. She changed her surname and started a new life away from the shadow of her family. And Alan and Luna, they got married in a small ceremony with only close friends and family. Ruan was the page, scattering petals with childlike enthusiasm. "Can you believe it all started with a wedding that didn't happen?" Alan asked as they danced. Luna smiled. "I think some things need to end so that others can begin."
Epilogue. 1 year later. A year after Sebastian's arrest, Luna inaugurated her first solo exhibition since the scandal. This time, without manipulations, without power games, just his art, pure and honest. Alan was by his side, proud, while critics and collectors admired the works. They were paintings about survival, about love, about finding light in the darkness. One painting in particular drew attention. It showed two figures running through narrow alleys, hands clasped together, chased by shadows. But above them, a golden light began to break through. "What are you going to call this one?" asked an interested collector.
Luna looked at Alan, who smiled back. "Together," she replied. "It's called Together, the Future." That evening, after the exhibition, Luna and Alan returned to their apartment in Poblenou. The city shone through the windows, peaceful and beautiful. "You know what's funny?" said Luna, leaning against Alan's chest on the couch. "I spent so much time in anger, wanting revenge, wanting to destroy the Mendes. But now that it's all over, it's not the victory that matters." "What does it matter then?" Alan asked, stroking his hair. "That," she said, turning to look at him. "Us, what we built, the people we help. Ingrid and Ruan having a better life, Maria being free, all the artists that Spectrum Cultural will protect in the future." Alan kissed her forehead. "You turned pain into purpose. This is more powerful than any revenge." "We transformed," corrected Luna. "I wouldn't have made it on my own." They were in comfortable silence for a few moments, just existing together. "Alan?" Luna broke the silence, her voice soft. "Yes?" "Thank you for not giving up on me, even when I wanted to give up on myself." "Never," he promised, holding her closer. "In every possible life, I would choose you." Luna smiled, closing her eyes. For the first time in years, she felt completely at peace. Outside, Barcelona was sleeping. And somewhere in the city, in a prison cell, Sebastian Mendes stared at the ceiling, finally understanding that he had lost not only the battle, but the war. Because Luna and Alan hadn't just survived, they had won by choosing love over hate, light over darkness, future over the past. And this was the most complete victory of all. Closing text.
Luna and Alan's story teaches us that even in the darkest moments, when all seems lost, love and determination can light the way. They faced an empire built on lies and corruption, and they won not with violence or revenge, but with truth, courage, and unity. Sometimes happy endings don't come easy. They are won over through every difficult choice, every moment of vulnerability, every decision to keep going when giving up seems simpler. Luna found her redemption not by destroying her enemies, but by building something better. Alan discovered that true love is worth any risk, and together they proved that two determined people can change their own stories. Thank you for following this journey to the end. If you liked it, leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and tell us in the comments, would you have had the courage of Luna and Alan to face everything for love and justice? End of the Luna and Alan saga.
Thanks for watching.